Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Ellarie here. Tis the morning time, hence why I'm still in bed, but I'm about to get up and get my life together. Today's video is all about self-love, self-care, self-rejuvenation, okay? I'm about to make my bed, wash my face, brush my teeth, eat a little breakfast, do a little workout, and then the rest is gonna involve mostly just kind of recharging. I like to recharge probably different than other people because it mainly just involves me lounging. For some reason, when I have days off and I'm not like with my friends, I just like to lounge on the couch and watch shows and movies. And guess what, y'all? Today's video is sponsored by HBO Max. And what did I do on my last week off from Yosh? What did I do? You watched the video, did you? Did you watch it? What did I do? I watched HBO Max. The irony. I've been naturally gravitating to that streaming platform lately because they have a huge catalog of like diverse content, movies, TV shows, the new. So isn't this a coincidence from the Lord? There's either always something new or one of my classic favorite movies on there that I just want to watch. It's just been my go-to streaming platform to watch lately, and you guys are hopefully going to watch it with me later, and I'm going to put you guys on some old ones, some old classics that if you haven't watched, I will judge you for. But first, let's get our day started because I'm hungry. I need to sage. I need to show you guys my little ritual that I do when I am home alone. All right, I'm at my bed, but I didn't do a really great job at it. Confession time. I don't like making my bed, and I don't make it every day. I know that's pretty bad because I'm kind of too old to not be making my bed still. I really just made it for y'all, to be honest. And after I brush my teeth, wash my face, moisturize, I bust my lip the other day, so it's gonna look a little red purplish this whole video. Don't mind it. I finally head downstairs, and they say you're supposed to eat within 2 hours of your workout. That's what they say. I Googled it because, you know, working out is new to me. So I either do a light breakfast, usually like 2 eggs, and that's it. Over medium eggs, that is. Or I do some potatoes and eggs. And I'm a little more hungry today, so I'm gonna do a small portion of some hash brown and eggs. But first, this isn't new. You guys know I like to open up all my blinds when I wake up to let in that good sunlight. And since today we are approaching the start of the week, I like to sage, usually, always on Sundays or Mondays sometimes. Just the beginning of the week makes me feel better, bringing that good positive energy into the work week, you know? So first I open a window because, you know, you gotta release the negative energy. Can't crack it too high because a hawk will come in, that heat will go out, you know what I'm saying? And here are my white sage smudge bundles that I just got. There's only 5 of them in here because I already actually have one that I started. So usually when I sage my house, I like to cast off negative energy, like release all back spirits, vibes, whatever, and bring in positive. I also put some like prayers I want to send up, how I want my week to go. I put in some manifestations. You really are just trying to bring in good positive energy. I carry along a little ashtray when I do it because the flakes do fall. I definitely recommend you starting your week at least once a week saging because something about it just really brings in positive vibes. And nothing like the fresh smell of sage. Now I'm gonna start my little hash. Super easy and fast to make if you do the frozen kind. So I just have oil and butter. Then add the hash and some frozen peppers. This is literally like one of my favorite breakfasts. Hash and over medium eggs. And guess what? Yoshi doesn't like either. But she ain't here. It's all about me today. It didn't turn out too cute, but we all know that doesn't matter. It's still really good. So while I eat, I'm usually on my phone checking emails, checking the stock market, checking Instagram, all that good stuff. And when I'm done, I'm gonna get upstairs and change into something to work out in so I can do my stretching, my workout, and then nothing. Because what I'm really looking forward to is getting on that couch with my blanket and my HBO Max. It's gonna be the highlight of my day. All right, I ate about an hour ago. Now I'm about to stretch, do a little weight action, and I'm gonna walk today as opposed to running because I've ran like the last 3 days. So today I'm just gonna do some hiking. All this stuff is on an app, and if you don't have like a workout app, you can go on YouTube. There are every type of exercise on there. There's really no excuse because there's always somewhere for you to either watch a video or do your own workout at home. So those are the excuses I stopped making, so you can stop making them too. Usually I work out with my exercising belt on, but it was still wet from when I washed it, so I didn't want to put it on damp. And even though I do have to work just the teensy today, I gotta record a little bit of content, something I want to post on Instagram. I'm not gonna start that for like another 5 hours. I want to take a shower, put on something a little more comfortable, chill, because I won't be able to do this when Yoshi gets here. So 5 hours ain't gonna hurt nobody. All right, finally made it to the couch. I got my favorite blanket right here. It's nice and cozy. You can either watch on your phone if you're on the go, or if you have a smart TV, you can download the app to your TV. I watched a lot of content on HBO Max during Black History Month, so I'm gonna share some of my top picks with you. Today, since it's me day, I don't really want to be too deep or too sad or like too mad, because you know some movies make you angry, especially when they deal with Black history. You're like ready to fight after the movie. I don't want to fight after the movie, okay? So I'm gonna give you movies you can watch just to, you know, have a little chuckle, or, you know, getting your feelings a little bit, or they're just classic movies that make you feel good, okay? My first recommendation that I watched the other week that just put me in an outright good mood is The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion. Oh my goodness. Like, if you grew up on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air like I did, this brings back so many feels. I watched this and was like smiling the entire time. It's only an hour and 14 minutes, so it's definitely something you can fit in between like break or something like that. And it's so good. I expect it to be good because Will Smith, everything he does is pretty fantastic, but it made me smile, it made me cry, happy tears. It was nostalgic. It brought back so many memories, and it taught me stuff about the show that I didn't even think about watching it back in the day. Fresh Prince was one of those shows that really represented Black families in a good light, and that's why it will always remain a classic, because you wanted to be a part of their family. Like, Uncle Phil was my uncle and Will was my cousin. I don't care what you say. One of my favorite parts of the reunion, without giving it away too much, is when they explain that Will had a hard time not mouthing the words of other people's lines, like right here. He said he used to memorize like the whole script, and because he knew everybody's part in the show, he would like mouth their words and not know that he was doing that. And that was relatable to me, because when Yoshi does her YouTube videos, sometimes I know what she's gonna say, like when we do videos together, and I do the same thing. And I didn't even know I was doing it till one of my best friends called me out on it. It's like a really bad habit to break, because I honestly still do that. So that was super funny to me just because I related to it. So it's a really good feel-good show that I definitely recommend you guys watch on HBO Max. And also, the convenient thing about the HBO Max app is you can also download it to your phone. So if there's like, you're on a flight or a car ride and there's some shows or some movies you want to watch on the ride, you can download them to your phone to watch them instantly, which is always convenient when you are like in a sketchy place without service. Another good TV show I want to recommend before I get to the movies is Insecure. I mean, if you guys haven't started watching Insecure, where have you been? They're only 30-minute episodes. There's 4 seasons. I believe she's coming up on the last season. I think season 5 will be the last season. But what I love so much about this show is I said Fresh Prince was relatable, but this is like 1,000 times more relatable, just because it's more modern as far as like how you talk to your homegirls, how you talk to somebody you're in a relationship with. Like, sometimes they say things that I'm thinking in my head, and usually sometimes shows don't work like that. You're always wishing like, why didn't she say that, or why did she say this? They say everything that you would normally say. You get to experience the relationship she goes through with her coworkers, her family, her best friend, people she dates. I feel like if you're a single Black woman, you definitely can relate to this, because for most of the seasons she is single. Most of my seasons have been single as well. But the creation of this show was genius, and I'm really sad to see it go, actually. I hope they change their mind. You will laugh, you will relate, and you will be rooting for Lawrence. I'm just kidding, but not really. Team Lawrence. But finally, let's get into the movie that I'm about to watch. Queen and Slim. I don't know if I'm gonna say his name right, but Daniel Kaluuya? Daniel? Every movie I have seen this man in has been a hit. Like, he's picking them. He knows how to pick them. Every movie you see him in on this app, you need to watch it, okay? This movie is kind of, I guess, like the Black version of Bonnie and Clyde. I never seen Bonnie and Clyde, but That's what I was getting from it. Like, they met, they got into some mess, and they just decided to ride it out together. I don't want to give the movie away too much because I don't really know how to explain this without giving away too much besides this. Their first date turns into a nightmare after a traffic stop spirals out of control and the man ends up killing a cop in self-defense. It's not like Bonnie and Clyde where they're doing something to get in trouble on purpose, but obviously in the sensitive times, they just decided to run. And it just shows their journey trying to escape being caught, pretty much. It's filled with, you know, some lovely moments, some spicy moments, some mad moments. It's a great action-packed love story, you know what I'm saying? Where you're just rooting for them to make it. Like, that's what you're doing the whole movie is. You hear the siren, run girl, run! The sirens, run! You want them to get away, you know? Obviously, I'm gonna leave the information below to where you can sign up and get to streaming today. And after I watch Queen and Slim, I'm gonna make myself some dinner, record that little piece of content that I was talking about earlier. And then I'm going to slow things down a bit with another classic. I feel like there's different categories of classic Black films. Like, there's your classic Black history films where, you know, they're kind of documentary style. Then you have your classic Black comedies. Then you have your classic Black love story films. So I guess you could put Queen and Slim in there. But this one is definitely in the top, I'm gonna say 5. The top 5, maybe even top 3. Love Jones, I gotta love Jones. I'm watching this tonight, son. Let's forget about the storyline of this movie. Like, let's just put that to the side. I don't even know if I'm gonna say the word right, but the cinematography, the photo photography, the angles that they shot this movie at, everything about this movie is sexy. Like, I don't know who their cameraman was or their director of photography was, but everything down to the soundtrack, down to the angles, down to I'm getting hot and bothered thinking about it. It's a little bit of toxicity in the beginning, but when they figure it out, you know, they put away their pride, they put away, you know, all the things that don't matter. It turns into like a classic, you're my soulmate, meant for me love story. And I have yet to experience this type of love Jones, but I want this, okay? This is that steamy, look, let's keep it real. I want you, you want me, let's do this. If you're single, you're gonna be like, where's my Darius Love Hall, okay? Darius! So that's what I'm gonna watch later on tonight, because I feel like you need to watch that movie when it's like the mood is right, the, you know, the sun's down, maybe a little glass of wine. Typically someone else would be here watching it with you, but it's okay. Now I can fantasize about Darius without any guilt. All of the movies and shows that I mentioned are currently under the Black History is Our History category, and like I said, that's just 5. I can go on and on with this like all day. But if you've seen any of the 5 that I mentioned, let me know in the comments, and let me know which your favorite one out of all 5. It's kind of hard because there's TV shows and movies, but if there are any other shows or movies that you guys have not seen that are under that category on HBO Max, make sure you leave it in the comments and I can give you my opinion on those as well, because I probably have seen them. If I haven't, we can watch them together. But now that's enough talking. I'm about to get into Queen and Slim and do some more chillaxing. Another fun fact, as I'm watching this, I just realized they mentioned Love Jones in this movie. I didn't even know that. And why did they mention it? Because it's a classic. Come with me, you'll go far. Okay, I had to do my makeup and get dressed a little bit because I just recorded some content for IG. Now I'm about to cook myself a steak dinner. I have never cooked steak before. I had to ask the guy at the deli like how to do it. I rarely even order steak at restaurants, so I don't know why that was my choice of dinner for tonight. But I wanted to challenge myself, so I'm gonna make some steak, some asparagus, and some shrimp, and you know, a little wine, you know, a little music, little movie. Love is in the air. Love, 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 self-love. Self-love is in the air. There we go. Okay, I got my butter, got my garlic, got my little poultry herb blend. Has rosemary, sage, and thyme. You know what I'm talking about. And a little oil in my steak. So a half a stick of butter, the garlic and oil are in here. This is a ribeye steak too. I got the real deal. This thing was like $20. And what the man had said was you want to sear it for 5 minutes on both sides, and then you turn the heat down and let it cook, and don't let the temp like cook too long over 150. So I got my little thermometer to that about here. I'm really official today, guys. And he said to just keep checking on the temperature and letting it cook on low until it's, you know. All right, so I'm gonna let this simmer on low and check the temp in just a few minutes. The asparagus is searing. I'm about to start my shrimp. And since I'm gonna put that on top of my steak, I want it to have like a little garlic Alfredo sauce on top. So I'm gonna put a scoop of cream cheese in here, some heavy cream. The shrimp is not done on the other side, so it's not gonna overcook because I'm gonna put it on low. And once the cream cheese breaks down, I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese. I'm about to plate everything now, y'all. My steak is finally 145, which is rare, medium rare, which is what I wanted because I want it to be juicy. So let's see how pretty I can make it on this plate. I might scoop that off and put some A1 sauce on there. I just did that because I thought it would look pretty, but it doesn't look as pretty as I thought. But I tasted it and the shrimp is fire. So is the steak. So proud of myself, patting myself on the back currently. A beautiful candlelit dinner for one. Listen, this is like the best dinner I've ever made for myself. And I'm very proud. I didn't overcook it. It's juicy. I did that. And you know why it's good? Remember I told y'all this last cooking video. When you cook with love, it's like its own seasoning, bro. And I put a lot of that seasoning on here. You know when you dance, it's fire. Treat yourself. After I ravish this, I'm gonna take this makeup off, watch some more HBO Max, and have probably the best sleep ever. Today was perfect. Today was beautiful. Who needs a man? Okay? I would have to spend $40 on the steak instead of 20. It would have been 2 steaks. I saved myself $20. Who needs them? I washed my face and did a little mask. My hair is still looking crazy. My hair looked crazy this whole video, but I don't care because I'm at home chilling. I wanted to give y'all the real me. And the real me has crazy hair when she's all alone, okay? Got my glass of wine right here. Started a little fire, and now I'm about to turn my movie onto HBO Max. Eek! I hope this video has taught you guys different ways to treat yourself, from the simplest thing as like, you know, a workout, some meditation, a good breakfast, to just sitting on the couch watching movies. Whatever you need to do to take care of you, bars, please make sure you do it. When I tell you, it has been so helpful for me because I usually don't take a lot of time for myself, and I've had to like designate days where I'm just left alone. It's really been helping me balance out like the stresses of mom, working, all that stuff. It's really, really important to have some me time. Thank you so much to HBO Max for sponsoring this video and for making my day by having all of my favorite movies in one place. You really know how to make a girl smile. Cheers to self-love and cheers to a great movie. Until next time, love ya. Mwah.